phone.
Right. Yeah, but the whole back of the camera looks kind of funny.
It's a case. We are live.
We are live. I can always.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh, you have something to drink.
Okay. Hi, Mom, Karen. It's June 23rd, 2021,
Okay.
and we are
I'll put it on the ground.
going
In
to
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado, and we're going to chat. This is the last day of Mom's and Karen's visit here,
Get the bottle off.
and we're just going to do a really short video and
like-
talk about Mom, your parents, and your siblings real quick. So, tell us about your dad.
Actually, we just talked about him in the house.
Yeah, but we did not record.
Oh, okay. My dad was a large man.
He wasn't tall,
No, but he was.
5'10", but he was.
He was always. I mean, when
He was always plump.
Okay.
Is that? I don't know whether that's what you call it.
Well, when I knew him, he was plump.
Fat.
Would be
Yeah, fat.
light word for it.
Oh, he smoked cigars, and he always had. Well, he wore overalls to work, with the plier pocket, and the unbuttoned
And what
sides.
was
He was a
work?
farmer. He was a farmer.
Okay.
But when he had on a white shirt for whatever he was doing, church or whatever, some kind of shirt, he'd smoke cigars, and he'd always have these little holes that from the ashes that dropped down.
Must have driven your mother crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
My mother didn't smoke either. I mean, I think my dad only smoked cigars. I remember it was the older kids said, when I was a baby, my dad was laying on the bed, holding me up, saying, "There's my little JoJo," or something. Because my middle name's Josephine. Anyway, I always thought that was a nice memory to have. Whether he did it or not, it was like he was playing with me when I was a baby. He worked hard. He won things away. He won my mother had breakfast, dinner, and supper, not lunch and dinner, at a certain time, and that's when it was supposed to be. He was short-tempered if things didn't go his way. He's an excellent bridge player, but he didn't like to lose.
I remember that distinctly.
I think he was very, very bright. He was a teacher for a while, and
What did he teach?
I think he taught math and gym, whatever gym was going on.
Yeah.
And so I understand that he quit because there was political pressure for the richer people to have their sons on the team, and he didn't like it. Yeah, stuff like that's been going on for a long time, and he wanted the best players, and evidently he quit, which I think had been a lot easier life if he'd been a teacher. But farming,
being a sharecropper? Yeah,
he was a
Probably.
sharecropper. Someone else always owned the place, and he shared the products, farm products, the corn and the hay.
Do you think was his father? I mean, how did he know how to farm? I mean,
I think he came from farming.
Yeah.
But it had to be a very, very hard life. They depend on so much on the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember them talking about the weather? Like worrying about bringing
Oh,
in
yes.
hay and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, what's unusual? He had a little aspirin tin of rattlesnake rattles. That he killed the rattlesnakes, and he saved the rattles. And he had this little collection of rattles. I don't remember feeling really close. We came from a family of basically no hugging. So he was a dad, and I had a mom and brothers and sisters, and we just did.
Now, wasn't he the mayor of that little town or something?
Oh yeah, that was after I left home. He was the mayor, the postmaster. They ran this little store, and the post office was in the back of the store.
So how did he retire? you?
It was
have you-
after I had graduated from home or high school and
But-
left home.
In other words, how, like, what money, how did he
How
have
the-
money?
Because as a farmer, I mean, as a teacher, he maybe would have had a
A
pension.
small amount.
But would he have had as a farmer? Would he have had Social Security?
I seriously
No,
doubt
no.
it.
No, I'm sure it was the leftover products that, they got from the farm. They sold cream and eggs. And I don't know how fresh the cream, does cream have to be fresh when it's churned into butter?
Butter preserves it for a while anyway.
But we had these cans of cream that they sold.
Mhm.
And because there was no refrigeration there, it must not have stayed good.
No,
very
probably
long.
not that long, no. But seriously, Karen has a good question. What could he have survived on if he only had
When
a
he
small...
stopped farming.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if there's something written into Social Security about farming or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, there was Social Security that was under Rose,
Right, so it was...
but
He must have made a little money in the store and as postmaster.
do you know when they moved to Leroy? That was in Leroy, and he wasn't a farmer there, obviously.
No.
I
Oh, he
mean,
did go. He did go back to school after he quit farming, someplace in Missouri, and just to get his credentials.
Did he teach it? It sounds like he taught again.
Yeah, he taught again. He taught math and I think he taught probably basketball.
I mean, after.
After
Being a farmer.
after the farming, yes.
Oh, I see. Do you have any idea how long he did that?
No, probably maybe until Social Security kicked in.
So
When was
so
that?
he retired, is it?
Let's see, I
That's
think he was-
65.
65.
presumably.
I think
Yeah.
he was 69 when he died.
Right. Yeah. And he certainly lived in Leroy for longer than
Yeah,
4 years because
Yeah.
we used to visit there
Yeah.
for
Right.
more time than that.
yeah. And after my mother died, he started driving back and forth to Missouri to court his brother's deceased
Well, Missouri
brother's
was only
wife.
about 10 miles away, wasn't it?
Oh no, but I think she still lived in Arkansas.
Oh,
He
I
drove
see.
all the way down
Oh, wow.
to
Okay.
Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he came, what, did he have like 4 or 5 brothers or something like that?
Yeah, I think probably 5 brothers and a sister. The sister's name was May.
Hmm.
And as I recall, she lived in California and she lived in Sunnyvale. That's the name I remember, which is right next to Cupertino.
Wow.
And the brothers, they used to get together for picnics, maybe once a year, family picnics.
In the summer, that's when you would drive down, right? And we have those pictures of you on that porch.
Oh no, that was the big trip through Missouri to go visit the,
When you were
The-
14 or so.
Oh.
13 or 14. Yeah, we were going down to the sticks to visit the uncle and the
Yeah.
aunt. and
If
the
you're going to the
kid
sticks
cousins.
from Leroy, you're really going to the sticks.
Yeah, they live in the sticks.
Yeah. Okay, what about your mom?
Oh, I think my mother did her best. It was, when I think of what the kind of amount of work she had to do to keep up, I don't think I could have done. Well, maybe I could if I had to.
if you have to.
I kind of had a lot on my plate.
How'd your mom and
myself.
dad meet?
Probably in college.
Oh, yeah, sure.
How did they seem together? Do you have any sense of them as a couple?
They were just mother and father together.
They were just married and
They
doing
were
their-
just married and they had kids. And yeah, I didn't see them having. Oh, maybe there was a hug and maybe a peck. That's what I saw of their romantic life. But they must have had some.
Well, you have some brothers and sisters, so we're kind
And
of figuring that.
and Dale was born 11 years after Dean.
Yeah,
So
he was 7 years after me.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there was
I was the baby of the family for a long time, and my older brother and sister thought I was spoiled.
and then another baby.
And the
came
baby
along.
came along,
Were you
and
jealous?
I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I don't remember
You don't
being.
remember being
I don't
Of
remember
course.
being
You
jealous.
don't remember.
You wouldn't have called it that anyway.
That was actually, Dale was a baby when I got ruptured appendix. So that's why, to get attention,
You ruptured your own appendix.
I ruptured my own appendix.
Okay.
Oh, because it was, yeah, because you said.
That's
you were
Because my
7.
mother had to spend a lot of time with me, and when we came home from the hospital, Dale didn't remember her. He didn't want to go to her, and she was very, very hurt. She was very hurt.
Ooh, I would say that was a pretty
Yeah, that was a sting.
6.
Do you have any idea how long you were in the hospital?
I think at least 7 days.
Okay.
And
And she said she had things.
IVs
IVs
with
in-
actual needles,
in
not
her legs.
not catheters.
Yeah.
Because her appendix burst. She said
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 I needed some fluid.
Okay, what about your brother Dean?
He was, he was just always my older brother. He was my, that's funny because I asked him when he came to visit a few years ago. I said, I want to know what'd you think? When we were kids, what'd you think? And he goes, you were my little sister. That was,
What was there to think about?
there's nothing to think about. So he was kind of my older brother.
He was,
He
at least in
worked-
his Navy days, he was very handsome.
What, did you think so? I never
Yeah.
thought he was handsome.
I thought he was.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a photograph.
Yeah.
of that age.
Was Navy or Navy? Not
Yeah,
Coast
he was
Guard.
in the
He
Navy.
was Navy.
Yeah, very handsome.
Yeah, I never thought of him as, because he was my brother.
Well, of course not. Yeah, I understand.
Right.
Okay, so that's it.
Oh.
That's it.
Well,
I want to hear more about your mother.
Well, one thing about my brother, we were all in one bedroom and there was a cedar chest in there. My brother had a cigarette, so he must have been a teenager. And we heard my mother coming up the stairs, and he put it behind the cedar chest on the floor. And she came in and, who's smoking in here? Nobody. And here's the smoke wafting out from behind the cedar chest. I don't know if he got in trouble or not, but that was. My mother was, she took care of us as best she could. I don't really remember. I remember,
No bark.
she was the 4-H leader. She and someone else were 4-H leaders, and she was very dedicated to that. And let's see, I think we had cooking. I know we had furniture redecorating because we had a library table that was made of cherry wood, and I took that whole thing apart and got all the paint and varnish and got down to the live cherry wood and sanded it and then oiled it. It was gorgeous. And I still wonder where that is, and that's something I would really like to have as a memory. Anyway, she was, she did everything that a housewife is supposed to do
Without electricity or plumbing.
without electricity, running water, indoor bathroom.
Do you think she suffered from depression?
Oh yeah, yeah. She, she took sleeping pills after she saw her husband kissing her sister-in-law in the barn. I guess she went in and took some sleeping pills. I don't know why she had sleeping pills. Anyway, lay down on the bed, and my younger brother, who'd been working out, I think he'd probably been working out in the field or playing, but if he was old enough to work, he was working, and laid down beside her to take a nap. And when he got up, he couldn't wake her up. And then I remember an ambulance, and let's keep this quiet for the neighbors. We don't want the neighbors to know, because this is our dirty laundry. And I remember she did have shock treatments.
About what year would you guess?
I was 13 or 14.
So we're talking 1947, 40.
Yeah.
Probably
No.
a little after.
Yeah,
the war.
47, 48.
And she was fine. She was, I think she was worn out.
And she
I
died.
think
She died early
Yeah,
from
at 55 from they said a heart block,
50.
heart attack.
heart attack.
Probably.
She didn't die right away, but it's,
Well, I don't think we have that story on tape. My mom's told me about hearing that her mother was seriously ill and rushing. You flew down with us,
Oh,
right? That
it was
whole-
Jim's birthday.
yeah,
We planned a party.
June 12th.
And I heard that, we got a phone call. My mother's in the hospital.
Jim had a
She's
birthday
ill.
party. Sorry.
And, it didn't sound like it was imminent.
Oh, okay.
And she was 55, so you
Yeah,
know,
you-
Yeah, well, I wasn't saying,
assumed-
I thought she was old.
Right.
I didn't think, they didn't say, come down if you want to see your mother alive. They did not say that.
Who said that?
They
No
did
one.
not
No one
say
said that.
They
Who called you?
Whoever called me.
It wasn't your dad?
Probably my dad.
Okay.
And
Check.
so we went ahead with the daily, birthday. It was almost daily birthday party in my house.
There's
And,
4 parties a year, Mom.
4. Um,
You lucked out.
Then
with
didn't
that.
I think I gathered you guys all together and we flew down.
I think just Karen and me.
That I don't know. I know.
I don't know.
I know.
I think
But were you
I've
still-
seen the pictures. I think it was just you and me.
You
And
seem
then
so-
your dad came later with everybody else for a funeral,
Yeah.
because she was dead by the time I got there.
There
I have
photographs?
pictures of the wedding party, yes, or the funeral party
Oh, really?
somewhere there. Yeah.
You don't think? Oh, maybe not. Was your dad there? Maybe not.
I don't remember him being there, and I remember asking you about all the people. Like, who was that person? There was like 18 people
in the
this picture.
house.
No, it was
Or
out. It was outside.
Yeah.
I remember, I remember all the people in the house when we were there. Especially because I remember some woman, some stranger I'd never seen, some distant cousin coming over and telling me that her daughter was also named Karen, and I was like, "How dare you?"
Yeah, it's
You know?
ridiculous.
How old were you two then?
7.
I remember thinking that I was going to be so strong and stoic that I wouldn't cry, because that would show how strong I was.
And do you remember what I did
I don't know. I forget.
when all these people were there? So the house was that little house in Leroy.
Yeah.
And I announced that my mother hadn't cried
Oh, did you?
to everyone because I thought this was a point of pride.
No, she had
yeah,
cried.
probably because
And
I would have
Yes,
wanted you to know.
but clearly that was not the reaction on the part
Yeah.
of the audience.
Yeah.
And you were pissed with me for saying it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you had cried before, because when we came home when President Kennedy was shot, you were crying.
Yes.
Well, I probably cried for my mother too,
Well,
in
I'm sure-
private.
Right. Okay.
But I didn't want to show weakness.
Yes, but you were, and that was, and so.
Yeah,
that-
I was, life has been a lesson.
Okay, Mom. You don't have to, it's all right.
I'm
It's all
defending
right.
myself.
It's all right.
But in those days, I think that was the way.
You were showing.
My mother never cried in front of anyone.
I remember picking out something for my mom to wear. She'd
Uh-huh.
ask the neighbor across the street to fix her hair, with open casket.
Of course.
I remember picking out something for her to wear, and there were some pictures of her, and I looked at the picture and I thought, I never knew my mom was so pretty.
Hmm.
So,
Well, you're a kid. You really don't think about it.
yeah.
Except I do, because I say my mom was very pretty. My mom was very nice. She reads James Bond books. So apparently I did know you were pretty
And nice.
and nice.
And I fixed dinner.
Usually Dad did.
No, he didn't. Okay, my older sister, I could never do anything right.
Patricia.
Patricia.
Ugh, can't stand those women, Patricias.
Oh, yeah. She wasn't Patty. She was Trish.
Mm.
She's still Trish to me. Yeah, I couldn't do anything right in her eyes. And she didn't want me to touch her. She didn't want me to cuddle up to her in bed. She was just, so. Anyway, my little brother was just a little brother, a little kid. And so, anyway.
That's it on your siblings?
Yeah, that's kind of it. I got an itchy nose. Is this being recorded?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He could edit, however.
Oh, good.
He won't, but
Oh.
he could.
I could.
There wasn't any. My little brother and cousin and I shot the windows out of the barn.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
was
You told us.
that we had a good
Yeah,
time
do you
with
remember-
that. Oh, I remember one time when I was visiting Dean and Shirley. Dean was telling stories of how he tied my little brother up to a post someplace and they forgot about him. And my mother found him
Oh my God.
and made Dean go get a willow branch off the willow tree. And he said, I remember I got beat till all the leaves were off of that branch. Oh.
So did your parents ever smack you or spank you? Or any of the others?
I think I was a good little girl because I saw my older sister and brother got smacked. I saw my brother get smacked by my dad really hard one time, and I didn't. I saw my older brother and sister, my dad teaching them to drive, and I didn't learn to drive till I was out of high school and away from home.
Hmm.
I didn't want to go
not
through
a
that.
pleasant experience.
I
yeah.
didn't want to go through that.
Hmm.
So I was kind of in self-protection mode.
You think you married someone who was somewhat like your father? I mean, the driving thing, I can see that. You know.
Oh,
who-
yeah. My
Really?
husband and
I don't when he
my husband and my kids. If I was driving, I remember driving when we came to California, and I took a wrong turn, and it's
Oh, that
It
you
was-
and Dad weren't speaking by the
was
time
it
we got.
probably
end of the world.
yeah.
There was drama on that
Yeah.
trip. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
If I recall, you guys both sort of stormed off to I don't know with different motel rooms or something. You were really.
I just remember the
Yeah.
driving, and I didn't make the exit like I was supposed
Yeah.
to.
Can you
there was-
imagine driving cross country with 5 kids in the back of this?
And no doubt a lot of stuff too. You know. you're
Were we
all-
hauling a trailer?
Probably, and
It
then we
probably looked like
lived
the
in that
Beverly Hillbillies
apartment
on top
over
of
the second floor apartment with 5 little kids where your dad went to work, and I was supposed to register you in school and drive around, so not knowing where I was going. And
Ugh.
I'm tired. I'm tired just thinking about it. And he had the nerve to say after we got divorced, "Oh, Donna, all Donna ever did was have coffee with the neighbors and go bowling." No wonder. Good thing I divorced that man.
Ooh. Who do you say that to?
Whoever would listen. Probably everybody. No, but he participated in taking care of you guys. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Final thoughts on your family, your nuclear family as a kid.
We did not end up close. None of us.
Yeah. So, I don't know if this is, maybe it's not weird, but your 3 siblings turned out to be
Religious fanatics.
religious fanatics of various
Various,
flavors.
yeah. Yeah.
And you were more of like a
And
different kind of fanatic.
yeah, I'm the.
We're not sure what kind you are.
Yeah.
but you're
And you're-
something.
Oh, I know what Michaela asked me yesterday. She said, "Were you a hippie?"
Oh, how sweet.
And I said I was born 10 years too soon.
You would have been though. Trust
Late
me.
onset hippie.
Trust me, you would have been.
Actually,
what was?
20 years. To
Oh,
save
you know,
it.
Yeah.
I've
But-
kind of.
Who's counting, really?
Shannon's family has always been very, very close together. You know, her siblings, and that's been sweet to watch. And we've, you know, our family on and off has been close, but you know, there's always been the.
We've really, since internet and Zoom and stuff like that, it's
Yeah,
been,
yeah.
because we're spread to all
Yeah.
corners of the globe.
And
Yeah.
of course, your brothers and sisters, because you all left home and really went in different directions.
Yeah, we went in different directions.
So that
Girls
is
went to
part of
California.
it. That's certainly part of that.
What?
Yeah, that's certainly part of it. Why did you all leave? I've always wondered why you all left home so promptly. You're like, I'm
yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're that does not
I
gonna take a
don't-
lot of explanation.
I don't think I don't even.
They looked at their parents and said, "This
You
is
know,
not for me.
What
We're out."
what I could see in the future was being a farmer's wife with a dusty purse and shoes,
And a lot of hard work.
and
Yeah.
a lot of hard work and kids. Probably kids. Yeah, yeah. I didn't want any of that.
And then you
But
went to
I
California,
still-
lived it up, and then you got married, and then went back.
And
to
then
it.
I became.
You
then
went-
I,
except
then I
for the dust-
became
water.
the
except for the
typical.
dust part. But.
I became the typical
50s,
50s
60s.
Absolutely.
wife and mother.
Yeah.
Very, very proper.
And then we came to California, and I kind of got, that was time of women's lib, and I started going to De Anza College and started getting big ideas. Your
Damn.
dad didn't.
Well, see, that's what people have always said. You know, you start educating the women.
Pretty soon they're going
You're
to
going
want.
to have a problem.
Pretty soon they're going to want to start to vote.
Yeah, you start to vote. They're going to start to want to have their
Yeah.
opinions.
Yeah,
Oh, it's going to be.
yeah.
It's going to
They
be
might
tough.
want to own a house.
Oh, yeah.
Life is hard.
Okay.
Hard on men. Some men. Very hard on some men.
What?
What
That
change?
transition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Very.
tough.
They're still
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go to a Trump rally. They're still living
No,
in
thank you.
1943.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
excellent.
Okay, let's see. To wind it up, for the,
This
I'm
is a
still,
slow one.
I'm still thinking about the future. What am I gonna do? So
Uh-huh.
I live in a lovely place. I'm totally comfortable, and now I've been introduced to an even lovelier place.
So, and you
This
know
is
what?
a long way from the farm and the outhouse.
Yeah,
Man.
there's a lot. You hear a lot about
When you
people
put it that way.
in their 90s, you know, going back and getting their, you know,
Do you know-
degrees and
Do you know
masters.
that has been a little inkling, but I think I'm too lazy to do
Let's start with one class and see what you
Yeah.
think.
it on the internet.
Yeah.
There you
or,
go.
Or in
Or
person, I guess.
there's-
Yeah.
Colleges around here.
Sure.
or-
Why
Oh,
not?
you know what they had at that place? Lifelong learning.
What
Remember
is-
that?
Yeah, but,
It's a.
yeah, but what is it?
Oh, that would be an educational study group.
Here
Oh
in
my God.
Colorado,
Hmm?
they had it
At
at
this
the
place,
range.
it's
Yeah.
like- yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, I
you
was
could
interested
do
in that.
actually study
And
something.
you can have a book club there, and you can, you know, whatever.
I
yeah.
think that means sort of a more rigorous, you know,
Yeah.
an actual.
No, but I have.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
lifelong learning. That's like usually through. I've seen the catalogs. Like through usually community
You
college.
know, you do a literature
Yeah,
class
something.
or a
Oh, yeah.
history
Adult
class.
education.
Yeah, adult
Yeah.
education.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 A million things. Okay. So good. I'm gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay. Do you have any last words? Do you have any last words, David?
Well, thank you for this, Mom. This means a lot, and I know I had to drag you kicking and screaming into it.
No,
But,
you didn't.
oh, no.
Such a liar.